this is Victor. I'm here with a new weekly painting, and this week we are going to go for another basic technique, that is dry brushing. So how you do dry brushing, we are going to show you examples here. So when you have done a base coat, in the case I did the base coat with a contrast paint, so this way I already have some texture. Then we are going to do some dry brushing. You take a lighter color, in the case I'm going to take this type of light brown, and we are going to dry brush on top of the wood, okay, on top of the surface that we want. So what you do, you take some paint with your brush, you eliminate most of the paint until you find that it's almost not painting, okay. So you try to do that. You can even try in your skin. Then when you see that there is very little paint transfer, you start doing very softly, start and going like that. So dry brushing is a technique that works very nicely when you have a lot of texture on the surface. For example, this wood have a lot of texture. We can have feathers, hair, all these type of things. If the texture is very smooth, I will not recommend dry brushing. It's more difficult that dry brushing works well, but the technique is, and also I recommend that you have to be patient and try to go in the direction opposite to the, for example, in the case that I have the texture in this direction, I try to go on the 90 degrees to the texture, okay? So you want to really go in the opposite direction of what you have on the direction of the texture. So you do like that. When you see that there is not too much transfer, take a little bit more paint, dry it, and I recommend always going step by step, trying to go very little. So I will do it here on the. You can see when you go over the skull, how you can pop up all the texture of the skull. Of course, the skull will be painted later on. This was just to show you how the dry brushing is working. And the other thing is that you want to use, normally you want to use quite a brush that is quite dry, okay, and is very soft, okay. For me, dry brushing, the softer the brush, the better, okay. So you want to have a soft dry brush to be able to do this dry brushing, and you go patiently, step by step, applying this over the surface in a perpendicular direction to the texture, okay, in a way. So as I said, this is a technique that I like to use a lot when you have something that is very texturized, or have a lot of, that, for example, rocks can be a good example. This type of wood that have the texture very nicely engraved can work as well on feathers, hair, all these type of things. You can use the dry brushing as a technique to start popping up on all the detail. You can see what you can do as well is to play with two colors. So now I'm going to go for this one that is almost white, and we are going to do a second round of dry brushing over this part. Okay, so we take some paint as well. We do the same. We dry the brush. Okay, the technique is just it's quite easy, right? So you try to dry the brush to a point that it's almost not transferring paint. Okay, so let me see if I can have a paper here, show you. Here we have a paper. Okay, so you can see that the transfer of paint is very little. So what you do is, now I will do again. You can see for example, this one that was there, how nicely it's now pick up. So if you have any texture, and I do this before doing the fine detail normally, okay. I like to do this before doing the fine detail because it can be quite messy sometimes, and you want to avoid. So if you want to go for smaller surfaces, always, you can go for a small brush. But in that case, that is a piece of terrain, I go I go with a big brush in order to speed up. And here you can see how the texture is looking like here, and you can see, I will show you this side, you can see the other side that does not have the same type of texture, okay? So you can see really how this dry brushing is adding a lot of texture. What you can do after that is to do a wash to harmonize more the color you want. But yeah, this is how I do the dry brushing. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked this video, share if you think other people can be interested in. We keep just reviewing the basic techniques these weeks, so I can go back to the basics and you can, it's more to help the people beginning in the hobby. So that's all for now. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked this video, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.